You grab a handful of fresh, crisp arugula from the fridge. You toss it carelessly into a big wooden bowl. You drown it in heavy, store-bought vinaigrette. Stab it with your fork, and you chew it exactly twice to get past that sharp, bitter kick. You swallow it down. Stop right there. Look closely at what you are doing in your kitchen. You are doing the exact equivalent of buying a high-end, incredibly expensive water filtration system and plugging the output directly into the drain. You are flushing the entire cardiovascular benefit completely away. You are eating this specific green leaf to support your heart, manage your blood pressure, and improve your daily vitality. But the real biological benefit is not happening in your stomach. It is happening right inside your mouth. Arugula is heavily packed with incredibly powerful dietary nitrates. Your aging blood vessels desperately need these specific raw compounds to stay flexible and wide open. But by swallowing that leaf quickly, you get almost zero blood flow support. I completely get it. Nature made this specific leaf highly peppery and bitter for a very profound reason. This sharp, biting taste protects the plant from foraging pests in the wild. Naturally, your human instinct is to mask that harsh taste with heavy acidic dressings. You want to swallow it as fast as humanly possible to avoid the sudden burn on your tongue. Big mistake. We live in a culture that eats entirely too fast. We eat while staring at our glowing screens. We eat while driving our cars to work. We completely ignore the mechanical, physical process of digestion because we are always in a rush to get to the next task. Most people completely bypass the active compound before it even has a chance to work. Researchers studying cardiovascular support have discovered a fascinating biological truth. The mechanical act of chewing directly dictates your biological outcome. Stay with me. At the end of this video, I will show you the exact 2-minute chewing protocol that preserves 100% of the blood flow benefits. I will also reveal the one common morning hygiene habit you must stop doing before you even take a single bite of food. So, swallowing fast destroys the benefit. But to understand why this is a massive loss for your body, we first need to look at what is happening inside your aging blood vessels right now. Let us look deeply at the biology of aging. As we age, the delicate inner lining of our blood vessels fundamentally changes. It gets stiff, thick, and highly rigid. This vital lining is called the endothelium. It is a massive, highly active organ inside your body. It wraps around miles of veins, arteries, and tiny capillaries.
Think of the endothelium as the non-stick Teflon coating inside your home's plumbing system. When you're in your 20s, this coating is remarkably slick. It is smooth and highly flexible. Oxygen-rich blood rushes freely to every single cell in your body without any resistance whatsoever. You bounce out of bed in the morning. You recover from physical exertion instantly. You stay perfectly warm even in the dead of winter. But as you cross the age of 50, things change dramatically. Oxidative stress takes a massive toll on your biology. That slick lining starts to crack and lose its youthful elasticity. Traffic jams happen inside your vessels. Red blood cells struggle to navigate the tight, inflexible corners. Your heart has to pump much harder just to push the blood through those narrowed, stiff pipes. This is exactly why your hands and feet get shockingly cold in the winter months. The blood simply cannot reach the extremities efficiently. This is why you experience heavy, debilitating mid-afternoon brain fog. This is why you feel completely exhausted just walking up a simple flight of stairs. Your cellular engine is starved of vital oxygen. Enter nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the biological WD-40. It instantly relaxes those stiff pipes. It sends a rapid chemical signal to the smooth muscle tissue wrapped around your arteries. It tells that muscle to let go of its tension. It expands your blood vessels physically. This expansion allows oxygen-rich blood to rush straight to your brain, your heart, and your extremities. It is truly that simple. Nitric oxide acts as the WD-40 that keeps your inner pipes wide open. It provides vital support for your daily blood pressure. It helps keep the arterial walls clear of natural buildup. So nitric oxide is the ultimate key to keeping your inner plumbing flexible. But if you think chewing on a massive bowl of greens automatically gives you this vital WD-40, you are making a crucial mistake. The real chemical conversion factory is hiding somewhere else entirely. The arugula leaf itself does not contain a single drop of nitric oxide. It contains raw dietary nitrates. These raw nitrates are completely useless to your body on their own. The chemical transformation only happens when the leaf mixes with a specific microbiome. This microbiome lives right on your tongue. Yes, bacteria. You have a massive, invisible colony of commensal bacteria in your mouth. They live in the deep, dark crypts at the very back of your tongue. These bacteria act as your personal chemical factory. They take the raw nitrates from the arugula. They chemically reduce them into nitrites. This is the mandatory first step in the biological chain reaction.
If you chew twice and swallow, the raw nitrates drop directly into your harsh stomach acid. The opportunity is entirely lost. The powerful hydrochloric acid in your stomach destroys the raw material instantly. The chemical conversion never even begins. You just wasted your money on expensive greens. Take Robert, for example. In my years of clinical practice, I have seen many people exactly like him. He's a 62-year-old man who wants to stay active and enjoy his retirement. He eats a massive bowl of dark leafy greens every single lunch. He does this specifically to support his aging cardiovascular system. Yet, he still feels completely sluggish. He deals with heavy, exhausting brain fog by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. His hands are always freezing cold. Why? He eats incredibly fast. He is completely bypassing the chemical factory in his mouth. He chews his salad just enough to swallow it safely, completely ignoring his oral microbiome. Put a plus in the comments if you have always believed swallowing greens quickly is fine, or a minus if you already knew about mouth bacteria. While Robert's stomach is struggling to break down those unchewed fibrous leaves, his blood is missing out. He is completely missing that vital oxygen rush. He is doing all the hard work, but getting absolutely none of the reward. And Robert is certainly not alone in this habit. Consider Susan. Susan is 58 and highly health conscious. She throws her raw arugula into a high-speed blender every single morning. She makes a massive green smoothie and drinks it down in 5 minutes flat. She genuinely thinks she is supporting her health. She is actually destroying the biological process. By drinking her greens, she completely skips the mechanical chewing phase. Her tongue bacteria never get the time to interact with the raw nitrates. The liquid bypasses the crypts on her tongue entirely. It hits her stomach acid instantly. She gets the basic vitamins, sure, but she gets absolutely zero nitric oxide support. The structural mechanism is completely broken. So, chewing slowly allows your mouth bacteria to unlock the raw nitrates. But even if you chew perfectly, your effort is completely destroyed if you make one fatal mistake with your salad dressing. The environment in your mouth is incredibly delicate. Flooding the arugula leaf with heavy, store-bought dressings alters the delicate pH balance of your mouth. This is a massive problem for your biology. Saliva needs to remain relatively neutral to do its job properly. When you coat your arugula in thick artificial acidity, you drastically drop the pH level on your tongue. This sudden spike in acidity paralyzes your salivary bacteria. Think of it like throwing a bucket of ice-cold water on a roaring campfire right before you try to cook your meal. The bacteria simply stop working. The chemical conversion halts instantly. You are eating a healthy salad, but biologically, you are getting absolutely nothing. Have you ever caught a supermarket tricking you with fake health labels on these highly acidic dressings? Tell me below. Heavy acidic dressings completely shut down your mouth's chemical factory. You are sabotaging your blood flow without even realizing it. The dressing masks the bitter taste, but it also completely masks the health benefits. You are trading your cardiovascular support for a momentary burst of tangy flavor. It's a terrible biological trade. So, heavy acidic dressings paralyze the workers in your mouth. But the salad dressing is not the most dangerous thing touching your tongue every single day. There is an everyday morning hygiene habit that is far more destructive. It completely wipes out your ability to make nitric oxide. It's a habit you probably did this very morning right after waking up. The overlooked danger is sitting right next to your bathroom sink. Antiseptic, alcohol-based mouthwash. Harsh mouthwashes nuke the oral microbiome. They're absolute weapons of mass destruction for your delicate mouth. They do not just kill the bad bacteria that cause morning breath, they completely destroy the exact commensal bacteria needed to execute the vital nitrate to nitrite pathway. Think of this as firing all the essential workers at the factory. Then you sit around wondering why the product isn't shipping. You cannot make nitric oxide without those specific bacterial workers. It's biologically impossible. When you swish that blue or green burning liquid in your mouth, you feel a harsh, stinging tingle. You think that tingle means the product is working. You think it means your mouth is perfectly clean. In reality, you are stripping your tongue of its natural cardiovascular defense system. You are leaving the factory completely abandoned. The irony of this habit is staggering. People use these mouthwash products to improve their daily health, yet clinical studies have shown a terrifying reality. Blood pressure can actually rise significantly after using these harsh antibacterial liquids. By trying to freshen your breath, you are chemically restricting your blood vessels. If you want the blood flow support of arugula, you must wait at least 12 hours after using harsh mouthwash. That's exactly how long it takes for the bacterial colony to naturally repopulate on your tongue. Better yet, switch to a gentler, microbiome-friendly alternative entirely. Stop nuking your mouth every morning. Give your oral microbiome a fighting chance to recover.
Let the biological workers return to the factory floor. So ditching the harsh mouthwash keeps your bacterial factory alive. But even with a healthy mouth, you still have to deal with the raw leaf itself, and one common kitchen habit destroys it instantly. If you prepare the leaf the way most modern restaurants do, you destroy the raw material before it ever hits your dining plate. Tossing arugula into hot pasta is a massive error. Wilting it in a frying pan is a biological tragedy. Boiling it is completely pointless. Nitrates are highly water-soluble compounds. They are incredibly fragile at a molecular level. Heat instantly breaks down the delicate cell walls of the plant. Anything over 140 degrees Fahrenheit destroys the fragile cellular matrix. It leaches the vital compounds out into the cooking water. It leaves them permanently stuck to the bottom of the frying pan. Even microwaving these greens destroys the molecular bonds you desperately need for blood flow. It is the exact equivalent of washing a delicate, highly expensive watercolor painting in the laundry machine. The vibrant colors wash away completely. The benefit vanishes into thin air. You are left with a soggy, useless canvas. Restaurants do this constantly to save time. They often blanch greens to make them look brightly colored on the plate. They sacrifice your actual nutrition for visual aesthetics. You are left eating warm green mush. That mush offers absolutely zero cardiovascular support. The raw nitrates are completely gone. Real, natural products are hard to find now. Where are you watching from today, and what do fresh, crisp, organic greens cost in your city right now? Remember the 2-minute chewing protocol I mentioned at the start of this video? That protocol only works if the leaf's chemical structure is perfectly intact. It must be crisp. It must be completely raw. Keeping the leaf completely raw and away from high heat preserves the vital dietary nitrates. But this brings us back to the ultimate practical problem. How do you actually eat it raw? How do you chew it thoroughly for 2 whole minutes without your mouth absolutely burning from the bitter pepper flavor? By the way, do you store your leafy greens in the fridge crisper or out on the kitchen counter? Let us debate that in the comments below. The secret to eating raw arugula without the harsh burn lies in a highly specific biological pairing. It is a simple trick that changes everything about how you eat greens. You do not need a massive, unmanageable salad. You do not need a giant mixing bowl full of greens. You only need 2 to 3 fresh, raw leaves a day. That's it. Just a few crisp leaves. Before putting the leaf in your mouth, you must prepare it properly. Add exactly 1 single drop of high-quality extra virgin olive oil directly onto the leaves. Then add a tiny pinch of coarse sea salt. This is not for culinary flavor. This is biological hacking at its absolute finest. The healthy fats in the extra virgin olive oil bind directly to the TRPM5 bitter taste receptors on your tongue. Think of the olive oil as putting high-quality earplugs before walking into a loud, deafening rock concert. It perfectly mutes the harsh bitterness. It dials the volume of the pepper flavor right down to 0. This allows you to comfortably keep the leaf in your mouth without wincing. This simple drop of oil blocks the biological signal to your brain. Normally, that signal makes you want to spit the leaf out or swallow it immediately. The coarse sea salt plays a completely different but equally vital role. The salt instantly triggers your salivary glands. It forces them to produce a massive rush of extra saliva. This extra saliva is absolutely critical for the chemical reaction to take place. Saliva is the biological transport mechanism. It carries the raw nitrates directly into the deep crypts of your tongue where the bacteria live. The trace minerals in coarse sea salt also help stabilize the enzymatic process. Place the oiled, salted leaves in your mouth. Close your lips. Start to chew very slowly. Do not swallow. Resist the urge to swallow at all costs. Chew the leaves deliberately. Grind them down mechanically with your molars. You are physically breaking open the tough cellulose walls of the plant. Chew until the leaf turns into a complete, warm liquid in your mouth. Let it mix thoroughly with your saliva. You must do this for at least 30 to 45 seconds. Set a timer on your phone if you have to. This specific time frame is completely non-negotiable. This gives your tongue bacteria the exact time they need. They extract the raw nitrates from the broken plant cells. They start the complex chemical conversion into nitrites. The longer you chew, the more nitric oxide precursors you generate. You are manually kickstarting your entire cardiovascular system. You are acting as the CEO of your own biological factory. You are ensuring the cellular workers have the time and materials they need to do their job perfectly. Once the liquid is completely smooth and thoroughly mixed with saliva, you can finally swallow. The nitrites will travel down to your stomach safely. They will bypass the destructive acid. They will be rapidly absorbed into your bloodstream, and they will convert into pure nitric oxide. Your blood vessels will immediately open up. The biological WD-40 will flow smoothly through your entire system. Let us recap the strict biological rules. Protect your mouth's bacteria by ditching the harsh alcohol-based mouthwash immediately. Stop firing your factory workers every morning. Keep the arugula leaf absolutely raw. Do not let it anywhere near a hot frying pan or boiling water. Mute the harsh bitterness with a single drop of high-quality extra virgin olive oil. Trigger your essential saliva production with a tiny pinch of coarse sea salt. Chew the leaves until they become absolute liquid. Do not rush the chewing process. This simple, daily 2-minute habit naturally supports your blood vessels. It helps rush fresh, highly oxygenated blood directly to your brain. It helps keep your hands and feet perfectly warm during the coldest days. It leaves you feeling significantly more vigorous. You will feel remarkably more energetic. You will remain sharply clear-headed throughout the entire afternoon. You will finally beat that exhausting 2 o'clock energy slump. You do not need to eat a massive mountain of greens to support your aging body. You do not need to force down dry, tasteless bowls of salad. You just need to work directly with your biology, not against it. Respect the mechanical process of digestion. Respect the microscopic bacteria living in your mouth. Be profoundly kind to your body. Treat it with the deep intelligence it deserves, and it will be incredibly kind to you in return for years to come. This information is strictly educational to support your daily vitality. Never change your doctor's medical treatment without their consent. If this deep dive into your biology interested you, you will absolutely love my next breakdown. Click the video on the screen right now titled, "The Intermittent Fasting Trend is Destroying Your Muscles After 50. Why Skipping Breakfast is the Worst Mistake for Older Adults, Forcing Your Body to Eat Its Own Heart and Skeletal Muscle for Energy Due to Age-Related Anabolic Resistance." Take care of yourself.